Hey, how's everybody going? Hey, Saber Gaming, how you doing? Hey, MD Devin, how's it going? And Jency, how is it going? Hey, thanks guys for joining. Man, I gotta use a. I always do this before every stream because I guess I always notice I have dog hair on me. Hope everyone's doing well. For those of you that will watch this later on down the line, good morning to you. Hello, how you doing? We are doing our next episode, episode 68 of Coffee with the Cop. I am utilizing my daughter's Snoopy Halloween mug. She is like so into Halloween. She's 26 years old and she wants to start decorating the house already. And I'm like, let me at least get to September and then we'll start doing it. I'm doing well, Jency. I'm doing well. Actually, I almost slept in today. I thought for sure that my dogs would wake me up by 6 o'clock, which they normally do during the week. And nope, they were sleeping just as well. And I woke up and it was 8:33, and I'm like, I got to get up. Normally, Fox is already texting me, so I thought I'd even get a text from Fox saying, hey Chris, are you ready to go? What time are you going to be on? But I've sent Fox a message in Discord, and I think he's still sleeping too. So I think it's a lazy Saturday, which is perfectly fine. That's what the weekends are for. Weekends are for going to do stuff, just relaxing, re-energizing before the week starts. So it's quite interesting. Let's take a look here real quick. Let me see. We got Frederick. Hey, how's it, Frederick? Let's see here. I want to do something real quick, guys. Sorry here. Okay, there we go. All right. I see Frederick joined us. I love the Ponchita doll on the shelf behind you. Yeah, you know what? He's one of my favorites. My daughter got me into it, so ended up being one of my favorites. It's one of her favorites as well. So she has a bigger one than I do. Yeah, Saber. It's a lazy Saturday. I don't even know what I want to do today. I really actually don't want to do much. My I went downstairs to check on my wife, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to wait? Do you want to work out after your Coffee with the Cop stream?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure," but I do have to. Hey, if you're in here, ladies and gentlemen, please like the stream as we talk about stuff. So it's quite interesting. Jancy, I haven't done shit. I literally woke up at 8:33, which is 9:08 right now. I mean, it's 9:08 right now my time. So I literally woke up 30 minutes ago, made my coffee, came upstairs, got the stream ready because Fox Commander is a no-show. So I think he's still sleeping. But yeah, let's see here. What are you drinking? I'm just drinking regular, pardon me, regular coffee with a splash of whole whipping cream, and I use this syrup called Skinny Syrup. It's back from my keto days when I was doing keto. So it has like 0 sugars, but it's really tasty, and I do the vanilla, and so that's what I'm drinking today. Let's see here. Firestorm. You should try living with 11 Huskies. Loose hair are a constant companion. Oh, Firestorm, right? I can only imagine. I mean, I have 5 dogs myself, but I can imagine. You know what, Firestorm? You know what? The one thing I think it just bothers me, and you know, it's just part of owning the dog, but it's like, you know, your house has that dog smell. And, you know, like when people come in, you know, they smell it. You're nose blind because you're just so used to it. So it's like I tell my wife I want the scented candles on all the time. We actually even bought a Roomba so we could vacuum the floor like every other day just because of all the dog hair. But it's just kind of one of those things where I just would want to break away from the two things. But it is nice to give those furry guys a home because all of my dogs but one are rescues. So I feel like, and then unfortunately 2 of the rescues require a lot of work. Both are on medication, and so you have to, they're basically a lot of work, and I feel like they would already have been put to sleep if we weren't the ones who rescued them, because one has horrible seizures and the other one has intestinal issues. But they're having their best life. We're giving them best life, and like my wife and my daughter Jordan, because it's the three of us who take care of the dogs, is that we're going to give them their best life possible until till that unfortunate day comes. But let's see here. So once again, I have not done anything today, Jency. I'm thinking about doing a little bit of World of Warcraft later. And I'm also contemplating opening up some cards and some Magic cards and some Star Wars Galaxies, the Star Wars Unlimited cards. I'm looking over my TCG cards right now and filming that, because what I do is I will, because of my shop, I will take a couple of boxes and bring them home with the state of mind that I'm going to open them up on camera and then show the people all the cards, and take then all those cards that I open up, and all the packs, take them back to the shop so people can buy them, because we do sell open cards, or we sell cards. And that way people could see that, but that would be mostly for my Gameology Instagram followers, so they know what's in the shop. But I don't know if I will utilize my YouTube to just like post the video. It's kind of one of those things where could it hurt my channel? I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. A couple other people have joined us. We got Geek Defense. Hey man, how's it going, Geek? And then let's see, not a dog person, but my family has some for safety reasons. Yeah, you know what? Even those freaking Chihuahuas are great dogs, and the reason why is they're so high strung that they alert you on every freaking noise in your house, so they can actually be an early warning system. So, hoorah to the dogs on that one. My time right now is exactly 9:12, and that is on the. I don't want to say it's PST, because I used to think it was PST. It's not. PST is an hour behind, I think, or an hour forward. So, pardon me, I'm still waking up, guys. I just go with Los Angeles on my phone, So, we have a Russian joining us. Pretty vet. I saw that you did your message retraction, but pretty vet to our Russian friend that is there. And let's see here. Thanks, Jency. I do appreciate that. So I was going to talk about something. What was I going to talk about? I don't. Let me go to Discord, Saber. Do we have that? Let me put this over here. Okay, hold on. Oh, from Ukraine. I do apologize. I hope I did not insult you, because while I understand there's a lot going on over there, I don't know the actual, like I said, I don't know your feelings, and, I generally don't talk about politics and world events here, except to the point that we should all be getting along and trying to further the human race. But we know that's never going to happen, unfortunately. Saber, I'm looking for the channel right now. Ask a Cop. No, Chris the Cop. Is that Ask a Cop? Let me see what you put down. Oh, okay. Ask a Cop questions. Okay, I'm on there. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm on Discord right now as well, and I'm just looking to see if there's any questions under Ask a Cop. I think the last ones were July 26th. So there's really nothing there, but I do see a question that Saber threw out there. Have you watched 21 Bridges? Let's see. Haven't watched it since it came out, but it was a spectacular film with a star Chadwick Boseman. Okay. It is one of those films in which I would actually admit a gut-wrenching because of the real dangers police officers face. I'm going to have to, I'm going to put that one on the watch list. In fact, Saber, because I want to make this a lazy Saturday, I might just go ahead and throw that on the Saturday watch list today and watch that. Okay, cool. All right, we'll take a look at that. All right, let's see. Let's get some. So, guys, if you have some questions or there's something that you want to ask, well, obviously, question, throw it in chat, and we will definitely try to get to everyone's questions. Let's see here. How's the USA? The USA is, well, I mean, it's a good country. I just done with our politics, man. Here's what I'm not going to jump on any particular soapbox, okay? I'm not going to, I'm not going to talk about the blue versus the red versus the blue, Trump versus Harris. Here's the sad part. The country, we have become so polarized and we have become so divided that there is no moderate anymore. There is no middle ground. Everyone says you have to pick a side. It's either you're red or you're blue. So either you support Trump or you don't support Trump because let me put it this way. It's either you are a supporter of Trump or you support a Harris. There is no middle. And it's that way with everything. It's either you like this or you don't like this. And it's either I'm on this side or you're on that side. And it's like, no, that's not the way the political system was supposed to be built here in the United States. And we have polarized ourselves so much that we have now become enemies with ourselves. And, there's, it's I don't want to say it's ironic, but, it's almost sometimes scary because you wonder if we're truly headed to a second civil war one day because it's getting so polarized. And it's to a point where now you got people pushing back and different things like that. So it's just that you should be able to have your political views. You should be able to vote who you want to vote for and not be polarized, not be cancel culture because of it. And everyone just like go about their day. Here's at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, for me, the president of the United States doesn't really affect my life. The policies he or she puts into place is really not going to affect my life. Yes, I may get higher gas prices, get higher groceries. Maybe they'll drop it and I'll get lower groceries and lower gas prices, whatever. But it'll be something. It'll be something in place of that. So there's give and there's take. So, but to get into arguments and to get into to piss off your friends, your family, for people to not talk to each other anymore, it's all because of yeah. Okay, so I wish we could just really I wish we truly could get along. 215 on my end. Well, thanks, Firestorm. I definitely do appreciate that. Chris, which books do you like reading? Geek, actually, I'm really big into sci-fi fantasy. I really don't read too much historical, though I keep promising myself there's a couple of stories I want to read. Historical, not historical fiction, but historical books that I want to read. But right now I decided I've watched all the movies. I used to collect some of the comic books, but I want to read the Planet of the Apes, the actual book that everything was based upon. I realized that I've never read the Planet of the Apes. So I'm going to read that. Actually, that's what I'm reading right now. And it's quite literally starts off so different from the movies that now I'm really intrigued. So that's what I'm doing right now. How's retirement? It's good, Jency. Still a lot of stuff going on right now, man. I'm really, really, really busy. Believe it or not, I'm busy doing so many other things, especially like trying to get the shop in order, and I gotta put some more time into my shop because I don't want it to fail, and so I definitely got to do that. I didn't ask anything; it's just from other people. Oh, okay, Saber. Let me see here. I've been to the dentist and removing teeth. I've been to a concert yesterday, and I also changed car plates from red to regular. Okay. Currently reading Day of the Jackal and Out of Sight. Oh, that's cool. Let me see. Geek Defense. End of Watch is another great one, but I think you guys must have seen that already. I liked End of Watch until the end of the movie. I mentioned this in previous streams. About 90% of End of Watch was pretty good, was pretty on point. and the other 10% was Hollywood. But I'm okay with that because that's a big change from what Hollywood normally gives us. Do I watch TV? I watch some TV. I'm not a big TV person just because I can't sit still. It's hard for me to sit and watch something. So even like when I want to sit down and watch an anime show, I could watch 8 episodes. I can't binge watch. I know people that can binge watch. I cannot sit there and binge watch. I feel like I'm wasting my time, and that's sad because you should be able to just to sit down and if you want to blow 6 hours of your day watching TV, you should be able to do that. I just can't do that, and I don't know why. It's a character flaw, but even like when I was on vacation. I should have been able to sit down in my room with the door open to my balcony and watch the water go by, but I couldn't. And neither could my wife. We had to like walk around and find something to do. But in reality, you should be able just to like chill and nap. I mean, we walked into some of the areas of the boat, the cruise that we were on, and people were like on these couches sleeping. They had their books next to them and they fell asleep. And I'm like, man, I got to be able to do that. So, sorry, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. Geek says he feels like American politics will chill out after the decade. I hope so. Oh, after GTA 6 or after GTA 6. Yeah, right. GTA 6. I'm kind of looking forward to that too. And I remember I wasn't a big GTA fan until I started playing GTA 5, and I'm like, hey, this game isn't all too bad. I didn't really realize the storyline. I honestly, when GTA first came out, I just thought it was some game where you just do GTAs and kill people and try to run over police officers and stuff like that. And I didn't realize there was a whole like backstory to it until I think it was Fox Commander who said, hey, man, you got to play GTA 5. And then you guys watched my live stream. So I definitely did enjoy it. Yeah, I think GTA 6 is going to cause people to freak out as well, myself. Let's see here. There is a supporter of Christopher for president. Oh, man, screw that stuff. I hate politics. Oh, man. Guys, this is what happens when you just wake up. Maybe I need to go back to 10 o'clock. I am so still waking up, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm still so waking up. All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to read chat as well as we do this. Right? George Washington was right. Political polarization sucks. Was from Geek Defense. Yeah, right. Yeah, no White House stuff for me. Let's see, MD Demon. I don't know. I don't want to have anything to do with politics because I think personally most people don't try to understand the other side of the respect. MD, well said. No respect. So that's the problem, is that we can't respect each other's views or, even try to understand them. Like, you know what? Tell me why so-and-so sucks or tell me why so-and-so is good. Okay, give me your reasons. Oh, okay. Well, maybe, in fact, here's a funny thing. So my dad and I were just talking last night, and my dad and I are opposites on our political views. And we joke with each other about it because I give my dad a hard time, and he gives me a hard time, but it's respectful. And at the end of the day, my dad and I both acknowledge that it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Either candidate is going to do good things and they're going to do bad things. So, but it's just kind of funny. My dad and I are polar opposites when it comes to politics. So it's kind of weird. Let's see, Geek. Have you ever read Honor Harrington? No, I have not. I have to take a look at that. Hey, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are here and the live stream, please like. Oh, MD. That's kind of cool. Is he causing havoc? Because whenever they come to Los Angeles, man, they screw up our freeways. Let's see here. I feel like I watch the news. It's nothing interesting anymore. Just the same politic thing. I agree, Saber. The news is just like, there was a time when America would go and watch or read, first of all, read the news and then watch the news for information. And now it's just all political satire. It's like, and then, it's you just don't know what's real and not real. So it's just like, whatever. Let's see, Geek. I just want LA Noire 2. That's the stuff that dreams are made of. Yeah, right? LA Noire 2 would be awesome. It's noon in Brazil. Oh, cool, Geek. Let's see, Commander Sweeper. If you want to know why we are polarized, Kurt's Jets has a video on social media very shortly explained. It's an old instinct from the Stone Age where we have a fear of being exiled. Well, as a species, we were meant to not be alone, so I could see where that theory would come into play. Interesting. Geek Defense. And it's easy in the end. I'm anti-Lula, Brazil's current president, but some of my friends support him, so we just don't talk about it. Yeah. But if you do talk about it, it should be with respect and understanding. We don't all have to agree on stuff. I mean, look at marriage. There's couples will have disagreements about the way a child should be raised or what should be done for a child, what should be bought for a child, what should be fed to a child. But you got to find a common ground, right? Since you're raising a child together. So DJ6 is going to be, so there are $2 billion into it development, so it's not actually hurt. Wow, that's a lot of money. Hey, Shadow Wolf, what's going on? Sorry, guys, for my throat. I don't know what's going on. All right. Oh, okay. I read that right now. MD haven't. Yeah, they just got because they have to close down streets and all that type of stuff. So, man. All right, we got through all the questions so far and all the comments, so that's kind of cool. So I want to go back to someone's question. I forget who it was who asked me how retirement is. So retirement's good, but God. I don't know what's going on, guys. All right. So retirement's good, but here's what I'm going through right now personally. So since the age of 13, and I'm 55 now, I have always been helping people. I started off as a police explorer and then became a paramedic explorer. And then after high school, I went to EMT school and then started working as an EMT. And then I went to the fire academy, started working. After graduating the fire academy, started working as a reserve firefighter. And then, of course, the rest happened where I got to work as a paid firefighter, became a paramedic, eventually become a police officer, eventually get the opportunity of being a firefighter, paramedic, police officer all at one time for almost a decade. And I helped people. Now, even when I became a lieutenant and I was, I don't want to say stuck in the office, but when I was in the office, I always found a way to get back into the field, to go on a couple of calls and at least be able to either help someone in the street or help the officers do their job. And then when I was stuck in the office, my gears shifted and I was still having that personal reward by ensuring that I was looking out for the officers and helping the officers. So I was there as an advocate for them. And then when I became chief of police, that whole thing was taking over and trying to move an entire police department forward and making that police department better. This is the first time in my life where I am not directly involved with helping people. Now, when I first retired, I had an opportunity to teach an EMT class during summer for 2 months. So I didn't feel the effects of my retirement because I, for 3 days a week, was teaching EMT, and I'm teaching basically the next generation of EMT. So I felt that I was giving my knowledge, experience to these EMT students so that they can one day help people. So I was getting that fulfillment, that rewarding, but that ended basically August. What was it? June, July. Yeah, so it ended at the end of July. So since July 31st, and I know it's only been a couple of weeks because we're into August. I just haven't been in a situation where I'm helping people, and it's really weird, and I don't like it. And then I started to really reflect on that I realized that I'm just one of those people that needs to be in a position or in a place that I get to help people. And so how's that going to translate into my future? I don't know. I've had this discussion with my wife, and my wife, she sees it too. She can see it. So it's just one of those things where you're just wondering, okay, what am I going to do? So I like retirement. I love retirement because it's given me so much freedom. First of all, it gives me the freedom to do what I need to do around our house. Our house was literally starting to fall apart, and I've been putting it back together. So those are the little wins. It gives me the ability to be able to travel to Northern California to spend time with my wife when she's up there working. And then it just gives me the ability to be able to work on the shop, and which I haven't been doing a whole lot of, but I definitely got to get into doing that as well. In fact, I'm probably going to go spend some time there later today and tomorrow as well. I got to at least start spending 3 to 4 hours there every day just to get things going and move things forward. So, yeah, but I don't know. I'm actually been contemplating going back into the field as a paramedic, just working part-time, maybe 1 to 2 shifts a week, or maybe 1 shift a week. I don't know. So you guys will probably be the first to know once I make those decisions. But it's like I said, it's neat, it's nice, but that's my frame of mind, ladies and gentlemen, is that I don't want to say I'm depressed. I don't feel depressed. I got nothing really to be depressed about, but I feel like I just have like a little bit of, like sadness, I guess, to say that I'm not there physically in the field helping people, nor do I have the ability to be able to do that. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. So, all right, let's get back on to some comments. Let's see here. Let me see. Firestorm. So you're in the locker room swapping stories with your fellow officers, and 2 in particular catches your attention. Wait. So you're in the locker room swapping stories with your fellow officers, and 2 in particular catches your attention. End of part 1. What are we doing here, Firestorm? Am I supposed to finish that? Let me know. I'm kind of interested to see where that was going. Geek Defense. LA Noir sequel should be made in the 70s New York. No, since that's the other big noir setting and period. That Chicago, San Francisco, any of those cities I think would be good for LA Noir. So Geek, tell your dad. Geek, remind me, is your dad in law enforcement or military? I can't remember. But tell your dad to have a plan. My advice to you to tell your dad is from being a guy who's been retired. Tell your dad to have a plan on what he wants to do for at least the first 6 months, and then have some stuff to do. You can't just sit on the couch. You will get bored. What's your daily carry, and what are some of the other weapons you have and could show them to us? Well, I'm not in a position to show you my weapons right now, MD, because they're all locked up, and the combination thing, it takes me forever to open it. But I'm carrying a SIG P320 at all times with me. It's my go-to weapon. However, a friend of mine bought me a new gun, and it's smaller. It's a SIG. I forget which one it is. But I tell you what we'll do is actually I was going to do a little short video. It's kind of cool that you mentioned that. I'm going to do a little short video on what I carry around off duty. Or not, there is no off duty. I'm currently off duty permanently. What I carry, and I'm going to start talking about some of the weapons that I have retained over the years and why. But yeah, so stand by for that little series, because actually, it's kind of funny. I've been thinking about, because I travel up north a lot now to go see my wife, and I travel up Interstate 5. And it's a desolate part of California. You're literally driving from Southern California to Northern California, going through Middle California where there is nothing. And I think to myself, what would happen if the big quake happened? Like if the big quake hit and I had to abandon my vehicle, dependent on where I was at, would I try to make it home, or would I try to make it to Northern California where my wife's at? So I would think that I would try to get to Northern California where my wife is at, because I'm going to obviously be worried about her. Now, my daughter is in Southern California, but she's a police officer, so she's going to be doing her own thing. So I have a go bag. Basically. Well, I have my bag with all my clothes and stuff, but I mean, I literally have a go bag where I can abandon my vehicle and start trekking wherever I'm going to trek for. So in other words, I have no vehicle. Now, I'm not a doomsday prepper or anything like that, but I do believe in preparing for a natural disaster, especially here in California. We have earthquakes. In the Midwest, they have tornadoes. On the East Coast, they have hurricanes. So I've been thinking about doing a series, basically a vlog series of how to prep for disasters, and highlighting some of the equipment that I've bought over the years, like my Tomahawk, my fire starter kit, those various different things, so you guys can see them, and then maybe help other people. So it's kind of been this thing in my mind. But also too, I've been thinking about going down to an open local range and kind of just filming me using my guns and talking about them and why I like them and don't like them. So there's a lot of cool things that I'm really been thinking about, that I got to just get off my ass and start doing them. Let's see, Firestorm Part 2. A member of the Cavalry Police says that they chased down and caught a street racer. Another says they picked up a would-be kidnapper at Comic-Con who was foiled by an 11-year-old Chun-Li. Where are we going with this, Firestorm? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's get down to we'll get down to that last part there. So let's see. Gency. I want LA Noir. LA should be Jack tackling down Roy and then corrupt LAPD, the mob, and every antagonist from LA Noir 1. No. And here's the reason why. They could just have done an end where everything came out and everybody was arrested. I would love to have seen like those, like an end as the credits were going up, people being indicted and going to jail. That would have been a cool one. Hello, what do you think about Ukraine? Google. As far as I got no personal feelings about Ukraine. I don't know the politics of Ukraine and Russia. I mean, there has to be some history. I mean, there has to be. There is history, but what I have reserved myself is to know that a lot of the stuff happening in Europe and in the Mideast goes back hundreds, if not thousands of years. So me as an American, not understanding the geopolitical stuff that is going on in Ukraine and Russia, I should not be making any comments about it, just because I don't understand. And I quite honestly, I haven't taken the time to even try to research it, which is, shame on me, but it's just one of those things. Firestorm Part 3, which story gets told first? I like the Comic-Con story. Luke Kessie, hey, how's it going, man? How's it going? Commander Sweeper, are you really sure about that, Chris? I mean, if we start gathering people here in chat, I do suspect you may find you're doing some good with stuff like this. I know, Commander, but it's just it's weird, Commander. It's weird. It's weird. MD, also, what would you suggest people to do before going into police academy to prepare themselves, and what should you expect when you joined? Well, you don't have to really know about the law because they're going to teach you about the law. To make the academy easier, you should be physically fit. You should be able to run 3 to 5 miles. You should be able to do about 50 push-ups, at least 10 pull-ups, probably 100 sit-ups. That would have made the police academy a whole lot easier for me because every day I thought I was going to get kicked out of the academy because I was not a runner. I could not run. So that's would be my suggestion for people. Also, too, put yourself in the frame of mind that you're going to get yelled at, you're going to get screamed at, you're going to, and that it means actually nothing. It's just they're putting you through this. I have some reservations still about that technique. I have colleagues that agree with it. I don't disagree with it, but I disagree with it when it gets too much. I think we have other ways that we can teach police officers how to deal with stress, because in reality, the stress that they're getting in the academy is a stress you will never have ever again, because the stress once you're in the field is so different. And I think that's the mark that we're missing when we train our police officers, is that we're saying we need to put them in high stress situations so they know how to deal with this in the real world. No, it's not going to be the same, because in the academy, I'm safe. You can't hit me. You can't touch me. I'm not going to get shot. So it's not the same stress. So it's fallible thinking. But it's what they've been doing since the advent of police academies, and we don't look about changing things. So the Geek says he's hyped for Mafia: The Old Country. I have not heard of that one, but I haven't played any of the Mafia games, so maybe when I play them, I will. Let's see, Commander. MD, stick with only cups. The nitty-gritty stuff you are dealing more with is exposed. Then you will know if you all want to take it on or not. Agreed, Commander. Agreed. Only Cups does a great job, and I will do a few like breakdowns and stuff like that as time goes on, but I kind of really leave that in their corner out of respect as well. I love Only Cops. They're two great guys, and producer Juan, three great guys. I'm so happy to see their success for their channel. They're growing. Their videos are getting tens of thousands of views, and great for them. I'm glad I was there in the beginning. We're all still friends. They have invited me to come to Texas, which I'm going to take them up on. This is the bad thing about retirement, ladies and gentlemen, is that you think you have all this time, and I don't. So I got to really start narrowing shit down and following through on some stuff. So, but I do have some projects that are in the back end that have not allowed me to do some of the things. Basically have some freedoms that I would like to have. So that's kind of what's going on right now. Still wish we could get the Getaway 3. My dad is federal police. Okay, so tell your dad, have a plan for 5 to 6 months of retirement. Like, have some projects ready to go, maybe some travel, even a camping trip, a fishing trip, because it's a shock. It's a shock. Hey, what's up, Kiwi? How's it going, man? Chris, when I started running, I had not realized how far a mile was. For training, we ran 4.5 miles. Yeah, you really don't. You really don't. Let's see, guys. All right. Let's see. Being jail is not fun. I hope it's not. Geek Defense, you know how you Americans have lots of federal agencies, which one with its own specialty. Well, we Brazilians are too lazy to do that, so we have one highly overworked federal agency for everything. Yeah, I don't know why we particularly developed all of these federal agencies. You wonder if one maybe federal agency or two could have at least have done it. But in reality, we kind of now only have one federal agency, Homeland Security, that has subdivisions. So, but yeah. But then again, you don't get hired for Homeland Security and go to the FBI or the ATF. You actually still have to apply for those individual agencies. So I could still see how ours are kind of separated. Do you do sports or gym? I don't do sports unless you consider running a sport. But I when I'm not lazy, I work out. As a matter of fact, my wife says she wants to work out after this stream. So I'm so looking forward to that. What's up there, Sailor Outlaw? How you doing, man? Geek Defense, Chris, have you ever seen Crime Story starring Dennis Farina? Okay, it sounds familiar. Remind me what that series was about. What the heck is going on? Sorry, guys. I could take a look here. My ring keeps going off. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, there are actually some cool games that are slated to be coming out. So those will be interesting to see how they play out. I'm actually in talking with the devs from Ready or Not. I'm kind of excited to see what RON is going to bring. That Gray Zone, if you play with people, that looks like it will be a good game. What's hard for me when it comes to some of these games, I'm really a single gamer kind of guy. I mean, at the end of the day, I like playing games. I'm not a big co-opper. Fox Commander has pushed me out of my element, and we now co-op on Wednesdays, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I just don't like when your people aren't around to play. But I guess when I have 80,000 followers, if I go on to Discord and do it at everyone, saying, "Hey, I'm looking for some people to play," I probably would get some people to play with. So maybe I need to use that function. Hey, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to like. We are at 18 likes, and I do appreciate that. That's really fun. Doing great, Chris. What type of gaming system would you say is your favorite? I'm an Xbox person. I don't know why. Now, originally, it's funny. I when I think back to like when stuff started to first be developed, I had the Atari 2600. My mom bought my brother and I the Atari 2600, which was like freaking awesome, right? But when the Sega Master System came out, it came out about the same time that Nintendo came out, and I went Sega. And then all my friends went Nintendo. Then I stayed with Sega. I got after the Master System, it was the Sega Genesis? I can't remember. It was Sega Master. Let's see. That's a nice part about live streaming. You can look stuff up. Okay, so I'm looking here. I just learned something right now. There was a system called the first Sega system, Wave 1, was the SG-1000 and the SG-3000. I did not know that. That's kind of interesting. The first Sega system customers could bring home were the Japanese exclusive SG-1000 and its computer counterpart, the SG-3000, which debuted in July 1983. Unfortunately for Sega, these systems dropped the same day as Nintendo Famicom, called the Nintendo Entertainment System in the United States. Gamers loved playing arcade staples like Galgala and Space Invaders in their homes, but the SG models played second fiddle to Big Brother Nintendo. Interesting. So I didn't even know that one existed. So then the one that I got was Wave 2, which was, sorry, let me bring this over. Okay, so the next one I bought was Wave 2, which was a Sega, made its North American debut in 1986 with the Sega Master System, released in Japan as the Sega Mark III in October 1985. The Sega Master System introduced some classic titles and featured superior hardware to the NES, but something was missing. Nintendo had a cast of recognizable characters and exclusive contracts with top game developers, so it was back to the drawing board for Sega. Yeah, I remember that. We didn't have a lot of good games, but Sega was awesome. But I went Sega, my friends went Nintendo. Yes, and then the Sega Genesis came out. Sega's next console attempt at worldwide success came through the 1989 Sega Genesis, the company's most powerful system to date. The Genesis featured sharp 16-bit graphics with beautiful color definition. Despite its great features, international audiences were reluctant to buy a Sega Genesis when it reached North America. Attempts to drive sales with creative slogans like Genesis does not want, the 10 don't, and attachments to famous names like Joe Montana and Michael Jackson only managed to earn the Genesis 500,000 U.S. sales. The Genesis caught a second win with Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog dashed onto the scene in 1991. Sega finally had the recognizable mascot it needed to compete with Nintendo. The company packaged the first Sonic the Hedgehog game with the Sega Genesis and dropped the price from $189 to $149. These changes enabled the Genesis to edge out the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in U.S. sales. Sega's handheld effort Game Gear hit stores in 1990 in Japan and in 1991 in North America. Nintendo's Game Boy won the battle, but the Game Gear stands out as a unique moment in handheld gaming history. Then the Sega Saturn, which just failed. Sega Dreamcast. Yeah, I had that. Wow. So I did not. I think by the time I got into like serious gaming, PlayStation 2 was already out, to be honest. Let's see, Sailor. Doing great, Chris. What type of gaming system? Okay, we just answered that. Geek Defense. It's all about Chicago cop who develops a personal vendetta with a criminal who's rising from the underworld hierarchy. It was the first show to tell a continuous story through its entire run. Oh, I'll have to check that out. That's okay. Life's going good, Jency. I can't complain. I really can't complain. Hello, Chris. I'll be visiting my aunt in an hour or so. I think I might leave this later in the stream. That's cool, Boom Donuts. But thanks for joining us. I definitely do appreciate that. Tudor, hey Chris, how difficult is it to become a police officer in the U.S. if you are a foreigner and want to move there permanently? Well, you can be a police officer in California because you don't have to be a U.S. citizen anymore. But you'll have to check the state that you want to go to because I don't know if California is the only state that allows non-U.S. citizens to be police officers. So beyond that, as long as you have a clean background and you're physically fit, you should be okay. Saber says, who's your favorite Avenger? Okay, so this goes back to, guys, okay, I don't know why I'm like the opposite of most people. So going back to like the gaming systems, I was a Sega guy when everybody was Nintendo, right? So it's like I didn't get to experience Mario Brothers and all that type of stuff. 90% of my friends were Marvel. I'm DC. Majority of the people are playing PlayStation. I'm Xbox when Xbox wasn't doing so well. I was an Apple person when everybody was IBM. So it just like I was always like that underdog. I always went after the underdog system. I think Marvel. I don't know who's more popular, Marvel or DC, but I'm a DC guy. Why I don't know. Maybe because when I grew up, when I was growing up, there was no Marvel superheroes Avengers cartoons. I grew up on the Super Friends. My parents bought me the Mego dolls, which were all the Super Friends. Um, so my whole world revolved around Super Friends. So that's what I grew up with. So that just was what I gravitated to as a teenager, and then obviously as an adult when I was able to start buying comic books and my own stuff. But Avenger wise, who would be my favorite Avenger? Well, if we just go with the movie characters and not knowing too much about the comic book, I'm just going to go with Captain America, just because I like what Captain America stands for. I have not watched the Olympics this time, so actually, I did watch the end of the female marathon, which I thought was spectacular. But that's about the only thing I watched this year on the 2024 Olympics. Hey Chris, when you come to Texas, you should come to Taverna Rosa in Plano if you have a chance to come or time. I'm gonna say it's a nice area. Why does my ring keep going off? Hmm, okay. All right. So here's the funny part, though. It's one of my favorite comic book stories is Frank Miller's The Return of the Dark Knight. Anyone here familiar with it? I think it's probably one of the most phenomenal stories ever written. Um, just the whole backdrop of a dystopia America. Superman has turned against his fellow superheroes and has become a dark agent for the government. Um, Even helped to hunt down the superheroes is just an interesting concept, and that was like I said, still one of my favorite um, stories. I think that 4 book series would make an awesome movie. It'd have to be a two-parter probably, but or maybe a Zack Snyder 4-hour movie, but that would be an epic story. And here's the best part: they could do that story in about 10 years from now, and the reason why is bring back Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck 10 years from now, and they would have that look of they've aged and and they were once friends and they're no longer friends. I think that would be an awesome story. Hey, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go refill my coffee. I'm going to put my splash screen on, so I will be right back. I'm going to put it in chat. Uh, be right back. Coffee refill. Okay, be right back, guys. All right, sorry guys. Maybe I should put a coffee machine up here on Coffee with the Cop, so that way I can get my second cup. I only have 2 cups a day, but in all fairness, each cup is 12 ounces, so it's 24 ounces of coffee in the morning to start my day. Um, so no, I do. I have to get two. I have to have 2 cups of coffee. That's my thing there. Hey, how's it going there, Jedi Counselor? I have not played Metal Gear Solid. So far, so good on the weekend, Jedi. Mm. Oh. So today's my father's 78th birthday, and we're going to be going out to dinner with him tonight. So I'm kind of excited about that. See my dad. It's been about a month since I've seen my dad, even though we only live 35 minutes from each other. But I've been that busy. But it's kind of nice, It's like you gotta, gosh, I was petting the dog right now. It's kind of one of those things where I'm blessed to have both my parents still here. My dad's 78, my mom's 74. So and then my grandma is 94. My grandma is going to be 94 in October. So it's kind of like woo. It's kind of let's see here, Jedi. When's my next Division 2 stream? It's really going to be when Fox says we're playing that again, because it's a co-op. We play Division 2 co-op, so co-ops are on Wednesdays. So it's going to be when we put that back into the rotation. Daxter, hey Chris, greetings from Lithuania. I wish happy B-Day for your dad. Hey, I appreciate that. Lithuania, wow. I'm just so always just mesmerized by where all of you are from, because you think, like as a streamer, I'm thinking, okay, everyone's from the USA. But man, you guys are from all over the place, which is just so fascinating that I get to interact with people from different countries. Blows me away. I'm just like, wow. And the cool part, though, is that, my wife and I are going to start traveling. We're already planning our Mediterranean cruise for next year. So we're going to be going out to, it's going to start in Italy next August. We're going to be going out to there, and we're going to be touring. It ends in Portugal. So going to be doing that. So that'll be kind of cool. My dad wants to go to Buca di Beppo. So whatever, right? It's his birthday. But it's going to be my sister is going. Unfortunately, my other sister is back east, so she's not going to be able to join us. But yeah, so we're going to be going. It's his choice. So whatever, whatever. Hey, what's up, Cool Breeze? Hey, Cool Breeze. I agree with you. What the hell's going on with Gameology? You guys need to petition Gameology and tell them to bring me back. It's been but a minute since I worked for them. I actually reached out to their producers, and it doesn't seem like anybody that I was working with in the past is still there. So I'm trying to find someone who can say, hey, we'll take you back, because there's so many cool games that we could look at again. So I would just love to get back into that. So anyways, what games you play now? Okay, well, I always play World of Warcraft. So World of Warcraft is my go-to. That is the game my wife and I play together. She's a gamer, but she just likes World of Warcraft. Even though she grew up on Nintendo, she loves Mario Brothers. But I even bought her a Nintendo Switch so she could play it when she's up north. I'm thinking. So I play that. Oh, I'll play the games that we play together on the channel. We'll play the co-op games and stuff like that. But as far as sitting down and playing, still going to be World of Warcraft. I've been thinking about playing Elden Ring. I got to finish The Last of Us, so what we're going to do, guys, is it is 10:07. I'm going to call the stream at 10:30. So we still got some time together. Still got 23 minutes. Are there other games, Commander? Oh, it's Jinja Ninja. Where the hell have you been, brother? Long time no see. My brother from another mother from across the pond. Say that fast 3 times, right? Jinja, how you doing, brother? Oh my gosh, it has been but a minute, man. You're spending all that time over at Only Cops, man. Got, you know, I get it. They're better looking, especially Josh, right? I like those guys. I miss those guys. I miss our Tuesdays, man. I really miss our Tuesdays. I'm going to try to make it a point to start doing their Tuesday stream with them because it's just fun. I like hanging out with those guys. They're just a great guys. We've done GTA already, so I think we're okay there. Bully, I have to really take a look at. I really have to take a look at that. But hey, Ginger, thanks again for the donation, man. It's just awesome. I definitely do appreciate that. How's everything going for you, Ginger? How's everything over there across the pond? I've thought about the Batman Arkham series. I think we already played one. I did one episode of it. So there we go. Commander called him out. Actually, Jinja had been wanted on Only Cops. Oh, he's been wanted on Only Cops 2. He hasn't been with us for a while as well. Oh, okay. So you're ignoring both of us. Oh. Oh, you got a new role at work. That's cool. Is it good? Is it a good role or is it a bad role? Because I've had good roles and I've had bad roles at work. So sometimes not every promotion's a good promotion. Yeah, I trust me, Jinja. I have not been able to hang out with OC as well, man, and I definitely miss them, man. But you know, see, like I said, I'm always representing you. I'm always representing them. I got their new mug over here. You know, I put their mug out. Like I said, it's so funny because I remember there was and in fact, if you go way back into my community tab on YouTube. Someone called me out saying that I've been like called out like 2 times, but someone called out said that I was like the worst streamer ever, and that I didn't promote other streamers and I don't deserve the success that I have had over my last few years. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all I do is pump other streamers. I have not gone out of my way, but I let people know about Jeffrey Gamer, Gaming with Cookies, Criminal Justice, Only Cops, Night Cop. I mean, I just constantly, you know, like I'm going to be on Night Cop's show in September. I'm going to be on his, I forget what he calls his Coffee with the Cop. I think it's called the Hot Seat or something like that. I'm going to be on his show. And then I have an open invitation with Only Cops to be on their show. I jump in with Jeffrey Gamers and I throw him super chats and stuff like that to support his channel. I did a fundraiser for Criminal Justice because he's going through some medical issues right now. I mean, so I literally like this person up, and all of a sudden they deleted their post. But I copy and pasted it to my channel, and then let's see. Okay, I'm reading here, Jen. It's good for I do it more out of job security. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. Oh, hey, Boom Donuts, take it off, man. Take it easy, man. Thanks again for joining, man. Definitely do appreciate that, Boom. I definitely do appreciate that. And by the way, if you're here, please like. Also, though, please like and let me know you're here so I could give you a shout out. I love letting people know that you're here supporting our channel. So don't sit in the background. Let us know. Yeah, you gotta join us again, Jinja. Plus, too, you know what? I got to go with OC guys and see when they want to do like maybe just a fun gaming stream. Just, I mean, something that's out of the blue for all of us. That would be kind of cool. I think our audiences would like to see that as well. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. They got a good formula going. They found their niche and they found their audience. And if you look at the amount of people that are watching their streams, perfect. That was great for them. I'm glad they found that. I'm in a way, I think I'm okay. I'm still looking for that. I'm still looking for that one type of video that really gets like the tens of thousands of views. I haven't found that formula. yet for me. Every now and then a Ready or Not will take off, or something like that. But I really haven't found that formula. I like the gaming. I love the interaction. I love explaining law enforcement, all those various different things. But we'll find it. We got time. I'm not going nowhere. Cool Breeze. I definitely do appreciate that, Cool Breeze. And here's the funny part is, when I get excited, it's true excitement. Anyone who's playing with me, like my team, knows I'm not acting. I'm not going over the top for YouTube likes or anything like that. It's truly me. Like, fuck, don't let me die. Don't let me die. Or come get me back. Come get me back. Because we all know I'm the old guy that sucks at playing video games. So I was never a good button smasher. Never any good. That's why I can never play Mortal Kombat. Because Mortal Kombat, you remember you have to do the combination to get the whatever kill at the end. I forget what's the ultimate kill in Mortal Kombat. What do they call it? I forget what they call it, but I can never do that because I just could never remember the combination. I struggle with remembering where X, Y, A, B buttons are at. Come on, guys. So let's not mince any words, okay? I am truly the old guy who has trouble playing video games. Commander Sweeper, both yes and no, Chris. A lot of big spenders were there for the gaming nights as well, so they are trying to shoot for a bit of balance at Only Cops. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I love those guys, man. I love those guys, and maybe I'm hoping I can get out to Texas here in the next month or two. Jinja, everything is all right here over though. You may already know about the riots going on down in England, but there hasn't been any of that up here, or at least, yeah, I've heard that, Jinja. Be safe, brother. Be safe. Yeah, you like that, Jinja? Lots of gray. My wife wants me to shave it. We're going to Cancun next month, and she's like, "Are you going to shave for Cancun?" Like, I was able to get away with it when we went to Alaska because I was like, "It's cold. I want to keep my face warm," but I don't think it's going to survive in Cancun. Though again, I don't know if I want to have a beard in Cancun because it's going to be warm down there. So it's their summer. It's the opposite. So it's, I forget, whatever. Yeah, it's going to be, because we're entering our fall, so it's going to be warm for them. Let's see. If you go into Texas, bring a camera and shoot us a talking. This heart's in the way right now. I can't read it right now until this heart gets out of my way. You talking video with Josh at least so we can be there as well. Okay, I'll have to wait till that comes back up again. Saw Alien Romulus last night, and Alien Romulus was pretty good. Still never going to beat Aliens or Alien and Aliens, but it's a nice return back to what Alien was supposed to be about. So I definitely did appreciate it. They can keep the storyline going, so I definitely do appreciate that. But if you haven't seen Alien Romulus, I think it's up there. It's a good one. Let's see. We got 14 minutes. Hey, we hit 25 likes. Thanks, everybody. That's always our goal with every stream. I think the most I've ever had at a live stream was like 100. Okay, now I could see that. If you're going to Texas, bring a camera and shoot us a talking face video with Josh at least so we can be there as well. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be collaborating and working on some stuff together. So, what's up? Yeah, all right. So let me ask you guys here, the people that are here. Okay, hold on. Okay, I've started watching John Wick films, which I'm digging. Oh, Ginger. Dude, I was late to the party when it came to John Wick. I remember seeing the trailer and man, whatever. And I would see it would show up on my stream, on my, when you're on your streaming channel, and I'm like, and then one day I said, okay, I'll watch it. I was like, holy crap, where was I at? What rock was I living underneath? That whole series was great. I mean, I've watched John Wick so many freaking times now, but I mean, just the whole concept of it, I just like it was really. Keanu Reeves did a great job. It's an epic story. Pardon me. Yeah. Has anyone ever seen the Returner? I know it's a foreign film. It's really good. It's kind of like a time travel alien thing where the bad guy is really the good guy, that type of thing. I've been looking for a copy of it and I can't find it. So imagine SWAT fighting a guy like that. Well, Ginger, I think they kind of did in the thing, didn't they? They everyone got their asses handed to them. So which was kind of funny. So that whole idea just was kind of funny is when you said that right now, because if you haven't seen The Beekeeper with Jason Statham, or however you pronounce his last name, he has that scene where he takes on the FBI in the front, and it's just kind of so like that the movie The Beekeeper. That one was it's just over the top, but it's fun. It's just like it's so unrealistic. You're not getting to the president of the United States. I don't give a shit how badass you are. But it just was so fun because it makes the Secret Service look so inept. But it's a good movie. It's definitely a good movie. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, as we start to wrap up this stream, don't forget to hang out with Only Cops. They're great guys. They do a great show. I'm going to try to join them on Tuesdays from time to time. We have co-op Wednesdays, so if you're interested in co-oping with me, I can't guarantee you what game we're going to be playing, but Fox Commander sets all that up for us. And let's see here. We're doing Tactical Fridays now, where I'm uploading a tactical game on Friday. So like you just saw, I uploaded the Sinuous Trail for Friday, and then every other Saturday we're doing Coffee with the Cop. And I don't know, once again, as if you guys were not here in the beginning, so many of you know that I own a gaming hobby store, and we sell all of the trading card games, Warhammer 40K, Age of Sigmar, board games, everything like that. But we have, like right here, I have boxes of cards, like prime example. So I have boxes of cards. I have, I brought home, I got the collector's edition, this, got regular booster box. Well, those aren't for me. I will buy my own cards. I don't mix business and personal together, so I have my own sets. But I bring these cards home with the frame of mind that I'm going to open up the boxes and then take all the cards back to the shop so people could buy them, because we have like 8 display cases with open cards of Magic, Pokemon, One Piece, Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh. They might have already said Yu-Gi-Oh. And we have an Instagram for our Gameology shop. I think it's at Gameology shop is our Instagram. But I want to get people excited about coming into the store and picking up the cards. So I'm going to probably utilize this channel and just shoot the video of me doing box breaks. It's going to be in phone format. I'm not going to do the widescreen because I'm going to be utilizing it for my Instagram for the shop. But you know what? If it's something that you like watching box breaks and seeing what cards I get, then you'll see that. If not, then I do apologize, because I kind of have to balance the two. I got to use some of the success from this channel to help do some of the success with the store, because I don't want the store to fail. So if you would definitely be interested in watching box breaks, let me know in the comments down below, or let me know right now right here. That would be kind of cool. Let's see here. More SWAT 4 soon. Yes, more is coming, Commander. Jedi Counselor, all right, I'm hopping off a bit. See you next stream. All right, Jedi Man, thanks for joining. I definitely do appreciate that. Shadow Wolf, what are your thoughts on Mad Max, where there was a collapse in... Oh, my... Okay, Shadow. Mad Max is one of my favorite stories. I didn't see Mad Max... Wait, did I see... I did not see Mad Max in the theater, but I did see The Road Warrior because I was already an adult. Holy crap. Fell in love with him. Now, the Mad Max collapse was not what I wanted it to be, as far as it was kind of like short-lived, because we come into this in the original Mad Max, we come into the story where the gasoline wars have pretty much started. The water wars hadn't come yet, and that's where we're at in Max's story. In the Road Warrior, we get that the world has now totally collapsed, and it's the gasoline and water wars, and now just people trying to stay alive. I love the concept. Thunderdome, don't even get me started. In fact, when they rebooted Mad Max, The Fury Road, they said that Thunderdome did not exist. So the story goes from the Road Warrior to Fury Road. So it does not, Thunderdome does not exist as far as canon now. I like what they did with the Fury Road, and then Furiosa, freaking awesome. I mean, just that whole backstory. I would love to see a Mad Max backstory, going back to when Max first starts off as a police officer, then watching the collapse of humanity. What's interesting, I don't know if you know this or not. I'm just to anyone watching this, but Australia is the best backdrop for this, and the reason why is if there is a nuclear war, Australia, though it is a target, the way the winds of the world blow, Australia, and we're talking about complete radiation, radioactive winds, Australia will be one of the last surviving continents. So it works. That's the nice part about it. It works. As a matter of fact, if you guys, Ginger, I'm going to throw this one at you, man. If you want to watch a great post-apocalyptic drama on the beach, and let's see, not the remake. The remake sucks. I'm talking about the black and white. I'm going to get that for you guys right now. Where is it? Where's my... Oh, it's over here, dumbass. What a good way to end the stream, talking about a great movie. All right. 1959. Starring Gregory Peck, Ava Gardner, Fred Astaire, and Anthony Perkins. In 1964, atomic war wipes out humanity in the Northern Hemisphere. One American submarine finds temporary safe haven in Australia, where life as usual covers growing despair. In denial about the loss of his wife and children in the Holocaust, American Captain Towers meets careworn but gorgeous Moria Davidson, who begins to fall for him. The sub returns after reconnaissance a month or less before the end, while Towers and Moria find comfort with each other. But you get to watch how the radiation is sinking in Australia and starting to take its hold on the people. So, On the Beach, ladies and gentlemen, make sure it is the original. And that would be in 1959. It's a great story. Maybe Chris, a bit of a Mad Max game with us then. Maybe Chris playing a bit of a Max. Are you talking about that Mad Max game that came out a while ago? I forget when that one came out. Ginger says, post-apocalyptic genes always appeal to me, whether it be game. I'm with you, Ginger. I will watch the shittiest freaking movie if it's post-apocalyptic. It could be horrible. Like that one with Jason Momoa where he's eating people. It was horrible, but I watched it. Hey, thanks there, Pele. Let's see. 2015 game. I have it, actually. Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max game. Maybe I'll throw that one on the list. I have it. I was gonna actually throw something. Oh, I have a question. I'm thinking about doing a pulp culture with Chris, but doing a video night on Discord where we watch some of the old 1980s anime and movies that I just love, but we have to do it on Discord because we can't do it on YouTube because we can't get copy strike. So throwing it out there. If you guys are interested, let me know in the chat, and also let me know in comments down below after you watch this. There's a new game called Atomfall, which is a post-apocalyptic game located in the UK. It's based on the real even that could have been. Oh wow, that's interesting. Is that on Steam, Jinja? Oh, it comes out in 2025. Okay, I'll have to put that on the watch list. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's see. How many likes did we get today? We got to 27 likes. That's pretty awesome. Concurrent viewers, I think we were at 13. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Definitely do appreciate that. Oh, it's not yet published? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm also kind of in that slight itchy stage of my beard. Hey, thanks for everyone joining me today. Once again, it always humbles me that so many of you are willing to take time out of your day to spend time in my day, especially an hour and a half. That is freaking crazy to me. I love it. I love the support. I love the interaction with you guys. You know, it's kind of funny because it's like a double-bladed sword. You want to get big as a YouTuber, as a streamer. You want to get big, right? You want to be like, man, I want hundreds of thousands of followers. You know, I want to make this my primary income stream. But then you sacrifice the one-on-one that you get, because if I had that, I would not be able to read everyone's comments. And I think I do use beard oil. I think that's a part that would bother me, because like I know when Ginger Ninja jumps into chat, I know, right? It's not just a random person. Commander Sweeper jumps in the chat. Jedi Council. I'm going off the common names that I always see. You know, Jedi's here, Jinja's here, Commander Sweeper. We got Shadow. There's been a few other people like Boom Donuts. There's all these other people that come, and then I notice that they're not there. How many big streamers know those people? So those are the things that you do miss when you become a big streamer. So it's kind of like that double-edged sword where it's a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing, because you lose that whatchamacallit. You lose that, that personalness. My wife just sent me my dog doing dog stuff. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Well, that's enough of that. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next Wednesday doing Co-op Wednesday. And I don't know what game we're going to be playing. So I'm trying to find a way to do a streaming calendar. But I think one of those things that we're going to start doing is we're going to announce on Twitch, we're going to announce on Discord that we're going live, and then getting more people to join us. So I'm not utilizing those social medias, and I think I need to. So we'll possibly take a look at that. One of the main reasons why I never did announce like on Twitch that I'll be going live is I was just trying to minimize people coming to the chat that I work with and stuff like that. Because this was never for them. This was always for, people who did not know me. So that way I could show people that police officers were regular people as well. But anyways, I definitely would like to get some more people into the chat. So, but we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. I definitely do appreciate it. I definitely appreciate my moderators that were here. Saber, thank you for joining. Thank you for monitoring the chat. I definitely do appreciate that. Ginger Ninja, thank you for that spectacular super chat. I definitely do appreciate it. So, hey, let's try to get a game planned with the boys over at OC. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I will be appearing on Night Cops in the hot seat or something like that. So head on over to his Twitch page to find out when that's going to happen. That's NightCop35. And don't forget about the boys over at Only Cops. And then throwing some love out to Jeffrey Gamer, Criminal Justice, and Gaming with Cookies. Those are some great people there as well. So don't forget to show them some love as well, as we all try to help each other grow and become prosperous. My goal is to get to 100,000 followers. At that point, We'll see if there's another goal, but my goal is to get to 100,000, get the silver plaque, and so we're on a slow grind. This is the slowest my channel has ever not grown. I usually monthly would get about 1,000 new subscribers. It hasn't been happening. I'm lucky if I get 25 new subscribers. So something's not working. So I got to find a new formula. But we'll keep the old stuff for all of you loyal followers. All right, everyone, take care of yourself, take care of one another. We could definitely make the world a better place by just helping one person at a time. That could be with a simple smile, a nice comment, or actually Fox Commander getting off his ass and waking up and doing Fox Commander moderator shit. But Fox, you're fired. You haven't heard that in a while. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining me, and lots of love, and thanks for all the support. Peace out.